Hello, this is Running Robert, and welcome to earnings season. So today we are covering Ardelyx, ARDX, quarter 2, 2025. Summary today is the 5th of August, 2025. And in this summary, we're going to be looking at the bullish and the bearish parts of this company. So I generally follow small cap pharma. I do some games. I do a little bit of everything. So if you like what I'm doing, hey, please like and subscribe. It helps out a lot. And thank you. Disclaimer is I did ride this stock up from 6 cents to $9. I sold, which worked out really well for me. But I did buy some $5 options for the 17th of October after my last video because I do see some good potential here. I'm an amateur investor, and any advice given should be followed up by my due diligence, and information given is valid for today, the 5th of August, and slideshow will not be updated. But as always, new news, new slideshow. So we're going to get right into the numbers, and we'll look at the quarter by quarter and year by year in the next slide, but this is just going to be the base numbers that we have. So Israel sales, 65 million. They believe the sales can be 250 million to 260 million for the year. Our 6-month total cost is 110 million at the moment. So they're expecting an average of 70 million in the next 2 quarters, which is positive. XPHOZAH sales were 25 million. Net loss was 19.1 million. Cash was 238 million. Long-term debt was 201 million. Now that debt is not due to the 1st of July 2028, but is a significant amount of debt that will be coming due at that point. So that's something that we will have to worry. We won't worry about that until like 2027. Looking at your numbers. Okay, so Israel 65 this quarter. It was 44.4 in quarter 1, and last year is 35.5 million. So right there is the first numbers that we're looking at. If they can gain close to another 30-ish million in sales coming into next year, the net loss was 20 million. You can do the math at that point and figure out that it is going to be positive. XPHOZAH found its footing a little bit at 25 million, which is a little bit up from the 23.4. Now that is down because of the being taken off of Medicaid, Medicare from 37.1 million. So again, another reason to look at, hey, if XPHOZAH can get back onto that option, sky's the limit for this stock. So sales are strong. If they can keep putting up good numbers year over year, they should be fine. Cash is really not a concern. Like I said, 200 million now, the ability to get 100 million more, $20 million net loss, and debt's not due till 2028. So there was nothing mentioned specifically about the lawsuit that's coming up. I'm going to talk about that in the next slide, but they were able to sell around to 50% of the patients. So their patient population of what they're getting is cut in half. So that is kind of a big thing. If you can bring those half the patients back in, again, that's a doubling of sales right off the bat. The lawsuit, let's talk about that really quick. So it's pretty simple. If the appeal is won and the company is raised up based on XPHOZAH being accepted in Medicaid, Medicare, it is wonderful. Like the company will go back to its $9-10+ right there, right off the bat. So if it is lost, you're kind of in the same boat that you are in now. And I will talk a little bit more about that in the next slide. But the 25th of September is a date for oral arguments. Even though we don't expect a decision in 2026, decisions can be made in as short as 3 months, but that's September, October, November, December. Probably not going to happen until somewhere into 2026. I do believe the stock will continue to rise on oral arguments, which is why I bought those $5 options. And we should be able to hold steady until that decision is made. So the company had a solid quarter, and I feel there's not much of a downside here. And that is another reason why I'm looking at this stock. Worst case is sales are going to continue to increase. They're going to lose a lawsuit, but they're going to be a break-even company in about a year. And so they will have the cash and everything else to kind of like work through the system. And that would pretty much sit them around the market cap I am thinking that they're at right now, which is about $1 billion. So the company could be break even. If the lawsuit's won, very positive. If it's lost, it really is just going to, we're not going to drop down to like $1 or $2. Like we're already not selling. So, the downside is there. Now, of course, you could be holding the stock for a while and never get a single penny from it if just situations do not occur. But overall, I'm feeling fairly positive of the stock. Again, feeling that there's not a huge downside here. It could go back to 4, which is 20%, which would suck, but not miserable. So I hope this helped. Thank you very much for watching and listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day.